and go through it that way. So when I, as a leader, and I'm walking with my partner, now we have different frames in tango. Obviously we have our open embrace, and we have our close embrace, which we haven't really gotten into yet, but we will. But either way, you're still trying to kind of keep sort of on a more of a forward incline, more so with the close embrace than with the open embrace, and we will get into that. But when I'm with my partner, I want to make sure I'm leading from my body, not just from the feet. So I'm pitched forward, and I'm trying to get my body over top of my feet with every step, right? So in tango, they have different ideas and different philosophies. Some people, when they lead, they're going to really extend forward the toe. I like that, but sometimes it can be unnatural with certain motions. But you also do want to get that heel to the floor. But the idea when you're extending your foot forward is you're trying to prevent the tremor in between you and your partner from happening on each step, right? So I like to use the analogy of when I'm leading or walking, it's like I'm trying to creep up on somebody, right? Or if I'm in my house and I've got a bunch of wooden floors that are creepy, I'm trying to make them not creep. So I'm trying to go really gently with my weight placements. So those are good analogies, and when you're walking, another way is we can talk of it or refer to as precision walking. When you take your steps, like try to find a spot on the floor and try to get to that spot on the floor and gently place your weight down on it without kind of going clump, 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 right? Because that will happen in the beginning. It's for the ladies when they're taking their steps back, they're kind of reaching up and clumping down and clumping down. And that's normal. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not easy. So the idea for the ladies is more important for the ladies too. When you're walking back, that as you're walking, you're reaching into your step and you're gently placing your foot back. So for here, right, you get a good full extension. Then you're gently rolling your foot down onto the floor and then bringing the heel down gently. Then once you get over, the next foot will come back, extending out into the step, right? Then all you're doing is just bringing that foot down, okay? Gently bringing your heel down to the floor.
You're in one level as well, trying to.
Yeah, try not to go up and down, up and down. Try to keep yourself in one position. So from here.
Well, this is a big step.
Yeah, so we'll go in a close embrace, so that way we actually can sort of.
Maybe one question about the knees. I know we've talked about it, but are they always sort of a little bit like this, but when you extend, then they're...
Yeah, you should have softness through the knees.
Yeah. And
yeah.
Actually your step starts from here, like it's not from here. Like first here, like in the beginning you put your right away, but after when you learn, you can little more extend your leg. You imagine that your leg is very long from here. It comes from here, not from hips. And then you can little reach more if you can, you know. And then you bend your knee, here start another step. And then you can go a little more backward. It's not like your step is from here and then, okay, step. No, like your step it begins before actually you begin to walk. Like it's...
Just try not to change the heights. Yeah. Keep it the same height, right? Yeah. So let's go from here so we can sort of see from this angle. So with each step we're going to take, we'll go slowly. So she gets herself back, pushing onto it, rolling onto the step, right? Back. Right? Go in this direction here.
So now you are leaning on Ross.
Yeah,
a little bit. It's a little bit.
Wait, okay.
Just go the distance that I'm leading from here. Right? We don't have to take big steps. It's hard to do it slowly. So you can sink down a little bit more when you lower your center of gravity. You have a little bit more stability. But the idea is you want to maintain that same height with each step. Right? So I can go into cross step, which is what we might work a little bit on today. So it's really about making gentle placements into each step that you're taking. So for the ladies, just make sure you get that leg back and then let yourself just roll back onto that step. Pass through the legs here, back, and let yourself just be rolled back onto it. Don't let the heel come down too quick and too hard. Back, extend back the toe. Let that big toe roll onto the ground first, then get your foot flat. Okay? And the idea is the ladies will walk one foot behind the other, right?
Yeah, you can separate as well. I think it's easier for you to understand. Like, you can first do, it's a 3 steps. Like, you have straighten your leg, it's 1. Then put your weight, it's 2. And then third, it's closer. Like, the right leg is coming beside. And then it's again 1. And then second, third, then 1. Second, third, then 1. You can separate like that. Easier.
Yeah. So we don't have to go into a close embrace, but if you guys want to, we can do some close embrace. It'd be good. But what I would like you guys to do is when you're starting to walk, I want you to think about walking in a more precise fashion, right? With your partner, whether you stay open, just have a little bit of softness through the knees. So if I'm up straight, just a little bit of, boom, just a little bit of bent down there, right? Softness through the knees. If you're going to go into a close, right, you can do the same thing, but not too much, just a little bit, right? And just walk slowly, just careful, bless you, right? Okay, ladies, and make sure that you're not pulling the guy back. This arm back there doesn't exist. You want to make sure that with your partner, you're not pulling him back, you're letting him push you back, and you just keep yourself present for the guy to kind of press in towards you. And you keep yourself supple and relaxed. The key is to stay relaxed as much as possible and just breathe. Breathe and let the guy walk you back. If you got tension through your body, it really creates not a very nice... yeah, so an open embrace. I won't lean too much forward, but here I'll stay a little bit down, right? And I'm just going to walk like as if I'm trying to not let the floorboards creak underneath me. Right? You can come outside of partner if you want. And you can walk slowly too, right? As an exercise, there's nothing wrong with this. This is all just trying to work on your technique. You don't have to necessarily have the toe lie first, but if you have the heel go, make sure that you're gently placing the weight down. Okay, and the way you can do that is by extending that toe out into the step. All right? The next thing too is you also want to make sure that when you're stepping, you're not going out like this. I know you're trying to not step on your partner's feet in the beginning, but this is really bad.
She will follow and go back like this.
Yeah, you're sending, as a guy, you're sending your energy out in that way and that way, and she feels that. Especially people that are more experienced, they're going to start to feel that. So you want to make sure that you're stepping straight into her legs. Step right into the legs, right? I know that you're worried about stepping on your partner's shoes, and this is where, you know, the philosophy of putting your toe forward you could maybe be a little bit flexible with. So if I'm stepping forward into my step, I'll keep my toe up, so that way I don't nail her toe. This is kind of dangerous, right? She's got an open toe, especially for the ladies that have an open toe. So I'll just come down gently. So if I do step on her foot by accident, it's just a gentle placement and not kicking right in like that. So I'm coming a little bit of a heel lead, letting the toe come down gently, right? But the idea is from here, we're walking with the full body, right? Not walking foot first, then body. Foot first, then body. Yeah, I'm right in line with her.
Yeah, in Argentine Tango.
You'd never start with your toe. You're always putting your heel down first, either way.
I could place the toe down first.
That's safer.
It depends.
Yeah.
Because if you kick in her toe like that, that's not safe.
Yeah.
Stepping on her foot could actually be safer because if you're placing it gently, that's not going to be painful. But when you're
It doesn't matter if you're like here.
But it's more for ballroom
again.
than going first.
Again, with tango, it's about trying to create a soft placement on the floor. So heels don't naturally do that. The balls of your foot do, right? Because then you can soften through the calf muscle to bring the heel down afterwards, right? That's what it's about, right? Dancing on your toes it's tricky, but it's nicer when you get used to it. But extending your foot into it, you don't always have to have the toe land first. You can have the heel land, but you want to extend the foot into the step and make sure that when you are stepping, especially if it's in a close embrace, you're bringing your body into the step. Body into the step, right? Yeah.
Yeah, if you're walking like this, then you didn't do nothing. If you're going with legs first, you're going with your upper body.
Yeah.
Your upper body.
And your close embrace, sorry, you're doing kind of a hover hand thing. Can you show me how it actually worked? You had your hand loose.
Change or?
When you had the close embrace, is there a reason you had the left hand loose? You just demonstrated.
Her left hand?
Oh yeah, it's just for a training.
Well, so the idea for the lady, this arm doesn't really have a lot of use in a close embrace. And in fact, it can be counter, because if the lady starts pulling on the guy, I'm already in a forward pitch. So if she starts pulling me more forward, it's not good. So it can stay there. It can stay here, but a lot of times you'll give a little bit of lift or a little bit of space, just not pulling in, right?
It's not like I'm leaning on him and use his balance for myself. I'm using my balance, he's using his balance.
The connection is created just from us keeping our body forward. In fact, we do a lot of exercises where we have no hands, and we walk around like this. We've done this a lot of times